It is Britain's remotest permanently inhabited island with a population of just over 30 people. The island called Foula in Shetland will finally celebrate Christmas today. They will also see in the new year nearly 2 weeks after the rest of the world. The community has a strong Norse tradition of folklore, music and special festivities. Scotland took on the Gregorian calendar in 1582, with the rest of the UK, but Foula stuck with the Julian one. This means Foula is 12 days behind putting Yule aka Christmas on January 6 instead of December 25 and New Year Day aka New Year on January 13 instead of January 1. Islanders will gather in one house to celebrate Christmas today where they will exchange gifts and greetings. The islanders include 10 children, who have been patiently waiting for Santa Claus. Islanders have celebrated these days before the Gregorian calendar, said crofter Stuart Taylor, 44. It is not just part of our tradition, but the world's. It is everybody else who changed, not us. We are not unique. Other parts of the world, such as areas of Russia, still celebrate the old calendar. On the 6th, families open their presents in their own homes and then in the evening we all tend to end up in one house. It is the same at New Year on the 13th, we will visit each other's houses and end up at one. This tradition is not going to end here. The children have been brought up to expect their main presents on the 6th. The island is 3.5 miles long by 2.5 miles wide. At one point, Foula, which lies 15 miles west of mainland Shetland and 100 miles north of mainland Scotland, on the same latitude as southern Greenland, sustained 287 people. Foula got running water in 1982 and full electricity by 1984, supplied by a diesel generator. It currently has a renewable energy system, mainly photovoltaic, backed up by diesel. The small community has kept its strong Norse traditions and its inhabitants were the last to speak Norrøn, a form of Old Norse which died out around 1800. We have virtually 24-hour electricity now. It rarely goes off and when it does only for a short time, added Mr. Taylor. We have everything here, all the mod cons, the internet and TV. We are very self-contained. We have had some scary weather lately with the storms. Some car windows were smashed by stones picked up by the winds. But it is winter and we had a really good summer. The isle is so remote and prone to the weather that attempts by previous Church of Scotland minister, the Reverend Tom McIntyre, to reach it for one Christmas service had to be abandoned after 3 attempts. On Foula, Mr. McIntyre carried out one wedding, when he married Amy and Welly Ratter in their croft garden, one funeral, where mourners had to walk a mile from the church to the cemetery and, sadly, no baptisms in his 5 years in charge. Mr. McIntyre said he usually left Foula with gifts of lamb and home baking. By special arrangement of the Coast General Assembly, Foula is required to have 6 visits per year. Foula, meaning Bird Island in Old Norse, was the location for the film The Edge of the World. The RMS Oceanic was wrecked on the nearby shalds of Foula. The Gregorian calendar is internationally the most widely used civil calendar. It is named after Pope Gregory XIII, who introduced it in October 1582. The rest of Great Britain adopted the Gregorian calendar in 1752, but Foula stuck with the old Julian calendar. The change was made because the Gregorian had a 0.002% correction on the length of the year. The change switched Foula's calendar 13 days behind the rest of Britain, though this moved up to 12 when the island didn't have a leap year in 1900. For that reason December 25 becomes January 6 in the Foula calendar.